Good day, everyone. Jewel here with your tropical update. Today, of course, Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. Not looking good at all, as you can see. Laura is expected to rapidly strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane, forecast to produce a life-threatening storm surge, extreme winds, flash flooding over eastern Texas and Louisiana later today. Folks, this storm surge, I've done my calculations, could go in 30 miles. 30 miles. The storm surge pile up could be higher than a basketball hoop in a freaking basketball court. That's how high the water can get. It could pile up as high as that. Everywhere. Everywhere. Looking like 15 inches of rain in some places. And this storm, at a very strong hurricane strength, could go 50 miles inland once it hits land. Stick around, folks. No bells, no whistles, just facts. I want to remind everyone to please click show more down below this video. I'll have links to the places that are in most danger of it looking like it's coming in the areas there. Please click show more, click those links, and read about your areas. Now, we will come up this morning. Right now, Laura has winds. Well, it's not going to show us, but we'll see what happens right quickly here. I'll try to refresh it. Let's try one more time. Laura's winds right now are 110 miles per hour. The pressure, 973 millibars, 26.1 north, 90.7 west. It's moving northwest at 15 miles per hour. Here is the tracking map from the National Hurricane Center. As you can plainly see, major hurricane at landfall. It's just going to go from a Category 2, which it is now, and bump right up to a 4, it's looking like. Now, it's got to get to 3 at some stage, but whether we'll catch it or not remains to be seen. Now, it could possibly get to a 5. But I'm hoping it won't, but that's not out of the question. But you saw from the National Hurricane Center, it should make landfall as a Category 4. Hurricane warnings in the red, hurricane watches in the blue. This is going to move on up. When I said 50 miles inland as a hurricane, you can see it's not going to stop being a hurricane till it's almost out of Louisiana, then turning into a tropical depression. You see the cone including portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri. Then once this thing gets out and comes on over, looking like it should be a tropical storm again, re-intensifying. That's a very good chance. Don't mess with this storm. If you live in Beaumont, Texas, get out. If you live over in these sections of Louisiana, get out. Get out now. This is the map that I put a link to 1,000 times. I don't know if you guys ever got it. I stress to you, if you didn't, I'll try to put this link down one more time. With a Category 4 hurricane coming in, now it's all, well, see if we can bring this down some. Here we go. You can see how far inland this surge is going to go. Let's put it back down to a Category 1 so you can see the map a little bit better. Here's Lake Charles over here. Here's Beaumont right in here. This is the area we really need to look for a lot. I've got it blowed up a little. We go to a Category 4. Would you look at this? I told you it can go in. This water can pile up and be that deep, as much as a basketball hoop in height. At least 30 to 50 miles inland. You can see right in these areas how far it travels up from the time it hits the coast. Be aware, folks. Stay safe. Don't play with this. What you're looking at here is anywhere from 9 to 15 feet storm surge. Leave it alone. You can't drink all of that water. Just remember that. And stay safe. This is the European model, and it's pretty close to being pretty accurate of what's going to happen right now. This is set for 7 a.m. this morning. This is sustained winds at this time. This is not gust of winds. We'll move it up. Now, it may be off track. A few degrees here, a few degrees there, but you get the picture. Now, we will come up to around 2 p.m. this afternoon. Look at those sustained winds. By 2 p.m. this afternoon, 100 mile per hour sustained winds. 100 mile per hour winds beating on you constantly. If we look at the wind gust, let's see what they get up to. Oh my goodness. 151 mile per hour wind gust at this point. You can't handle it, folks. I'm just telling you, you cannot handle it. And yes, it's full of rain. You could get up to anywhere from 11 to 15 inches of rain with this thing in these areas. This should come inland on shore around 1 a.m. Around 1 a.m. Thursday morning. Of course, it has to be at nighttime when you can't see anything. We will move up to around 8 p.m. this evening. You're getting wind now from it. This is still set on wind gust at this time. Highest wind gust 171 miles per hour, people. That's what it could be with sustained winds. Let's see what the sustained winds are looking like. 94 miles per hour in that one quadrant there. As we move over a little bit, 100 mile per hour sustained winds. Bad enough, whatever it is, once this center of circulation comes through. Bad enough, even if you're not in it. One thing that I have noticed, and I'm just going to say it, I hadn't said a whole lot about it. Call it man-made, call it natural, call it whatever you want to. The storms this year are different. Seems like tropical storms. Take Isaias, for example. That's a good example. Let me get this mess off of here. It did not hit me head on, but it caused damage at my house. And it was on the western side of me, about 50 miles inland. That was a tropical storm. Take Hurricane Hannah. Just a Category 1 hurricane. People died in it. Seems like what used to be a high-end tropical storm is a Category 1 hurricane. Category 1 hurricanes produce what Category 2 hurricanes used to. That's what it's looking like. Well, if this is a 4, it's going to produce Category 5 things. It keeps building up, and it may even reach a Category 5, and I don't want to think about it as the way it is right now anyway. But this is sustained wind, so let's get up to, if we can, around, let me go back a little bit right quick. This is 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Now, this is a huge storm. It doesn't matter if it comes into Texas or if it comes into Louisiana. Everybody's going to feel it. It's 174 miles, I believe. I got some notes somewhere. It's 173 miles wide. So, 173 miles covers a lot of area. Now, this is sustained winds, 109 miles per hour. They might even be a little stronger. I hope not. I hope they're lower, if anything. But the wind gust, what should they look like? Coming inland, let's just go right up in this area. 119 miles per hour in that certain little quadrant. All together here, what do we have? 178 mile per hour wind gust. Please, folks, if you're in any of these areas, I'll just turn it on and let it roll. If you're in any of these areas, Get out. Get out today. You have no more time to do anything. And you can see where these wind gusts are going to travel right on up, at least 50 miles inland before they start to die down. Now, I don't have time in this video to go over everything in these areas, but you can see it tracking through. Now, this is set on the wind gust. I will put it on the regular wind. You can see they're much calmer. But up in these areas right in here, the wind gust is what's going to get you. Look at this in western Tennessee, right over in here. Let's stop it a minute. Let's take it back just a little bit here. Would you look at these wind gusts that could be going through western Tennessee? 68 mile per hour wind gusts. Not saying this is going to happen, saying this is a great possibility. So I'll do a video later. Let me get through it coming and land first. And I'll do a video later at some point if I can to tell everybody what to expect, okay? Once again, from the National Hurricane Center, Laura is expected to rapidly strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane, forecast to produce a life-threatening storm surge, as I've told you, extreme winds, flash flooding over eastern Texas and Louisiana later today. Please click show more. I will have links to the areas for today that are most vulnerable to this landfall. You know if you're going to live in these areas, you know if you live in these areas or not. I don't. Please click them. Please read them. Please stay up on it. Thank you so much for subscribing. All my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. I care about each and every one of you and love you all. If you haven't subscribed and you're into the weather, no matter what type of weather it may be, please click subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you got a black dot where it says all. Check off all. Because if you don't check off all, you will not receive my videos as I put them out. I would greatly appreciate it if you do so. Everybody, please stay safe. Have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. And I will be back today with an update. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.